All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Harakakadash. Double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to elect, which we hope to be. Shabrada Khawagi got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame living like heathens. The Spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world only calls Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, who is the Jesus of Yeshua. Quick lesson. And yet, if precepts come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, right? Believe it or not. And this is a response. And I know the title and stuff is going to be a little weird. And I know how people and stuff like to come to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? But this one of the I didn't know it was a new anime, or it recently came out and whatnot and stuff, right? It's 7 episodes of it. I don't know if it's gonna make any more, but it's actually pretty quite good. you know. And pretty much what it's called is Demon Lord 2099. Starting out in 1599, so 500 years later, it's 2099, right? And he in a brand new era and whatnot and stuff. He's not from the same era he was. And pretty much the stuff what happened is that one of his own minions set an empire for himself, and whole time he was just jealous. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be ruled over. He wanted to be the one in rulership. So he pretty much created a brand new empire. Now within this and stuff, you're able to still, use magic and whatnot and stuff, right? But he made like a uh, uh, he is something called ether and whatnot, and all he was doing was sacrificing the immortals, people that was like him, or demons or something and stuff that was like him. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much the stuff what he was doing is that he was causing he was sacrificing and stuff his fellow men, you know what I'm saying, or women and whatnot and stuff, just so they can feel this power source called ether that pretty much brought power and stuff or electricity throughout all the city, throughout all the city, right? Throughout all the city and stuff, right? So pretty much the stuff what happened. Now I got only time frames and whatnot and stuff, right? And I'm just gonna read them, right? So this is episode 1. It says the time is at 10 minutes to 10 minutes and 24 seconds, right? And pretty much what happened there and stuff, what was brought out and stuff was something called a familiar. It was an implant. And the female that stayed loyal to him and stuff and waited for his resurrection and stuff to come back. The thing is that she got this little square, rectangular, flat thing, you know what I'm saying, and it goes right along and stuff with the familiar and stuff that's embedded in the back of her neck, right? Now, right? And right off the rip and stuff, you already know and stuff what that consists of, right? The MOTB, the Mark of the Beast. You know what I'm saying? There's been various other cartoons and animes and stuff that bring forth this technology. You know what I'm saying, right? Right now, this is another time. It's 17 minutes, 26 seconds, all the way to 18 minutes and 49 seconds. And you can go a little bit further and whatnot. And pretty much the stuff, he checking it out, touching and stuff on the back of her neck. He touching it. He touching it and whatnot and stuff and checking it out. And old girl pretty much let him know that, you get to control your magic. You get to control your magic. You get to control, instead of making incantations and whatnot and stuff, you able to use your power and stuff, you know what I'm saying, at will and whatnot and stuff. And when, in the beginning of this, right, the, his, I forget his name, but it starts with a V. And pretty much the stuff what happens, uh, pretty much the stuff what happens is that um, he try to use his magic, you know what I'm saying, within the city and stuff, you know what I'm saying, going to check on his subordinates and stuff. His subordinates and stuff is coming against him, you know what I'm saying, like, look, you don't control shit here, I do. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much he was a traitor. And it actually reminds me of Judas Iscariot. You know what I'm saying? Because he was never loyal. And he pretty much spewed out his real feelings. He pretty much spewed out his real feelings. Uh, 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 Spewed out his real feelings and stuff, how he really wants to be in rulership, right? So he got what he wanted, right? So here it is and stuff, him and the demon lord and stuff about to fight each other. You know what I'm saying, right? And the thing is that his power and stuff was being canceled out. You know what I'm saying? And he also didn't really have access to his power and stuff because he didn't have what he called and stuff was the familiar. You see? It's called a familiar, you know? That would right? It's called a familiar. Right now, and when old girl was pretty much letting him know, and I think this was episode 2, the time is 9 minutes and 47 seconds, all the way to 11 minutes and 6 seconds, and you can go further on. The thing is that she said and stuff that, guess what, it was convenience. You know what I'm saying? You know, and pretty much and stuff, you can hack into anything. You had like one of her friends and stuff, she had a different type of familiar, and this familiar and stuff, which represent the mark of the beast. The thing is that what it did was and stuff was allow her to hack anything. Remember how in The Simpsons, right? How they had that episode and stuff where you had Maggie when she was growing up and she said she was about to get on the internet and all she did was plug a cord and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and she was searching it. Or they even showed you that and stuff in Futurama. They even showed you that and stuff in Futurama and whatnot when they was surfing the net and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? They had to have certain things and stuff plugged up into them. I think, if I remember correctly, you know what I'm saying. You know, they had to have certain things plugged up into them stuff just so they can sit up here and get on the internet. And they was walking through surfing the web and stuff. It was literally like a surfing the web. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? But anyways, right. So it says, right. So pretty much the stuff, old girl, you know what I'm saying, the one that was loyal, you know what I'm saying, wifey material and stuff, right? The thing is that she was saying that how everything was convenience. And when they wanted to look things up or purchase anything or order something and stuff, a hologram screen and stuff would come up, right? But if you didn't have it didn't really show that if it came down to if you had another familiar, you would see it. You know what I'm saying, right? But it would be your own personal hologram where only you can see. It will be your own personal hologram and stuff, only you can see and stuff. And if you had a person and stuff who was next to you, whether if they had it or not, all they saw was you typing shit in and whatnot and stuff. Like you typing in a hologram and stuff without the hologram being seen. The only one who was able to see the hologram was the one and stuff who was searching things up. So when she said that it was going to be a convenience, guess what? I think it was the brother from GMS. Um, it was the brother of GMS from GMS. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? He be with the brother Hawad, I believe, and whatnot and stuff, right? And the thing is that he was sitting up here saying, I think it was him, that it was going to start as a convenience first. When it come down to the MOTB, it was going to start as a convenience, then it was going to be made mandatory. You see? Because when it come down to the 15-minute cities in digital cities, like uh, no, I can do it that way. the 15-minute cities, the digital cities and whatnot. And matter of fact, I was looking in my news break and stuff how they're sitting up here talking about counterfeit money. They're sitting up here talking about counterfeit money and whatnot and stuff. It's loose in Illinois and whatnot and stuff, right? And various other places. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the thing is that even before and stuff, when it came down to the C-19 and stuff back in the past, what they was trying to say, you know, that they wanted to get rid of the paper dollars and stuff, or the RFINs and stuff, just so it wouldn't spread, you know, the so-called so-called VIR US, you know, across from people and people, which they already showed and stuff, that it gets destroyed in air. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that stuff, why the hell would 6 feet be enough? And then you had other people and stuff showing that even if you had a mask on, like the ones, like say if you had you got other masks and stuff that's used and stuff in specific situations, like when it come down to mining. And the thing is that here it is, you had this guy and stuff. He had the regular mask on that everybody had to wear and stuff, right? The blue one or the yellow one, right? Paper thin and stuff. And then he had his mining mask on and stuff, and he was showing that guess what, dust particles could still get through. And then on top of that and stuff, you had people who wanted to be well prepared. And when it came down to the box and stuff, it said it's not used for medical use. You see, right? And even people still till this day and stuff really think it's stuff that it's gonna work, right? But anyways, uh, yeah, they can right? So pretty much, I'm just gonna make this real quick, right? So this Revelation chapter 13, verse 14 in the Blue Letter Bible. It says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast." Right? And the beast is the system. You know what I'm saying? Society's rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? Which they want to change. You know what I'm saying? Which is the New World Order, which is also the image. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? So the thing is that when it comes down to the seat, a lot of people really think and stuff that seat and stuff can be anything. You know what I'm saying? It says by the means of those miracles, right? So in order for you to be within that big city, I forget what it's called, but in order for you and stuff to be within that big city, right, and be able to use your magic at will, you had to have that familiar, you know? And even though you had other people, because, you know, had people and stuff in the slums and shit, right? They was in the slums. Even when it come down to individuals like that and stuff, right? The thing is that they still had they was still able and stuff to, you know, be able to buy different things and stuff without having that. Even the hero and stuff got reincarnated and stuff that took down the demon lord back in the past. He got reincarnated and stuff, and this man was homeless and stuff because he didn't have that familiar. He didn't have the MOTV in this anime. He didn't have it. So you just saw him. He get treated by his own arch nemesis. You know what I'm saying, to some ramen type soup or whatever they call it with them thick ass noodles. You know what I'm saying, you know, and he was just sitting up on the steps and stuff, roaming left and right with an encrusted sword. You know what I'm saying? You know, different patches here and there and whatnot and stuff, right? And the thing is that he wasn't able to he wasn't able to uh, uh, he wasn't able to you know, whoop the whoop, right? You know, he wasn't able to buy anything and stuff. That's why he needed help. That's why he also needed to be treated and stuff to a lunch. You know what I'm saying? You know, so so when it says by the means of those miracles, right? So when you go into these different words and stuff, right? When you go into the word, well, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. But when it comes down to the word means and stuff, it means it goes into it goes in, you know, pretty much the stuff in the way and stuff what it'll be used for. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? So it is a specific reason. there's going to be a okay. There's going to be a specific reason and whatnot, and it says by the means of those miracles. So this is what's going to cause a lot of people and stuff to be enticed and stuff to take it. You know what I'm saying? What's the convenience? Remember and stuff back in the day and stuff where you had the regular bus card, you had the 1 day, the 3 day, the 5 day, you know what I'm saying? You had the 7 day and whatnot and stuff, and then you had the reduced fare for the high schoolers, you know what I'm saying, right? And you put the card in, if that motherfucker got bent up too much and stuff, it wouldn't work. Or if the machine wasn't right and stuff, it would constantly scan, constantly scan, constantly scan. And guess what? You can get some brand new ones and it would still be like this, right? But what did they make it? What did they do, you know what I'm saying, to make it convenient and whatnot? They came out with the Ventra. But eventually down the line, it was convenient, where you was able to still, you still able to use your money and stuff, right? But pretty much and stuff, what happened is that, they made it stuff where eventually down the line, they transferred this brand new system. They transferred this brand new system, you know what I'm saying, to, they transferred where you couldn't use the transfer cards no more. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I forget about the 100 days. You know what I'm saying? No, the days and stuff where it was the 30 days, like it, not the 100 days, but the 30 day for a month where it was $100 and shit, right? And the thing is that they made and stuff where you could still get the value or the use and stuff of those different bus cards and stuff, but it only had to be on the Ventra. And even with the Ventra got the paper cards and whatnot and stuff, just like them old ones where you just tap it on. You don't have to worry about putting in the machine and stuff and it getting stuck. The thing is that they transferred it to a Ventra card now. So even if they are using paper cards and whatnot and stuff, right? Even if they are using paper cards and stuff, the thing is that you're gonna have to sit up here. Worked. Even if they do have paper cards, let me check. Even if they do have the paper cards and whatnot and stuff, you got to tap it to go on. Why? Because the various thing and stuff is just like how you use your various, like you come with your credit card and stuff, and you just place it on top of the thing where you don't have to put it in the machine and whatnot. You just tap it on now. That's what it is. That's what it is. You see? So it says, so by the means of those miracles and whatnot and stuff. And within this and stuff, you had your accessibility. You had your accessibility and stuff for where you want to, if you want to use water magic, fire magic, you know what I'm saying, wind magic, whatever type of magic and stuff that you want to use, right? Well, uh, whatever, I'm it's not. Whatever type of magic and stuff that you want to use, whatever uh, magic and stuff that you wanted to use and whatnot and stuff within the city you had, because other than that and stuff, it was also illegal and stuff for you to use high level magic without having that device embedded in you at that. You see, because old girl was able to take that thing out, you know what I'm saying? But the panel that helps her use it, that had to be embedded in her neck. And even the old boy who created this stuff, his ass, who betrayed him, his ass and stuff had it, right? He had a whole commercial and everything and stuff, you see? And kind of remind me of some, when it came down to Captain Cork, and when it came down to Captain Cork and his shit, it's cold, motherfucker. When it came down to Captain Cork, and Ratchet and Clank going commando, the second one, you know what I'm saying, as he was playing as Mr. Fizzwitch, you know what I'm saying, he kept coming out with them little pets and stuff and saying that how they was great and stuff, but at the same time it was a project. that was dangerous, that needs to be recalled and stuff and not sold, but he kept trying to sell it just so he could come out as being the hero, you know. So pretty much and stuff, that's what old boy was doing in Demon Lord 2099, right? So it says in Revelations 13 and 14, man, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So this is going to be various things that everybody's going to be able, that somebody and stuff is going to be able to do when it come down to transhumanism. When it come down to transhumanism. And transhumanism is pretty much being half man, half machine. Like Iron Man, you know, Cyborg, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what it that's what is pretty much stuff what it's going to be, right? So in the past and stuff, you had an individual and stuff who was able to change his voice and stuff into auto tune with his arm opening up with the panel there. With his arm opening up and stuff with the panel there. And pretty much with the panel being there, and whatnot and stuff, he was able to make tunes with his arm without a studio. And then you also had then then uh then you know, you had this one female where she's able to make a phone call to her mother by just using her thumb and her pinky, you know. And these are the different things and stuff that I consider convenient, because it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about somebody stealing my phone and stuff, or stealing up my information and stuff. Why? Because your phone become your hand. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Especially when it comes down to various payments. You know, they gonna do it and stuff with the conveniency. You know, which within the anime, they was able to make purchases, right? So this is it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by sword and did live. And that image and stuff is talking about is the world order. You see, right? Right? New world order. One government, one religion. You see, right? And it says, and once again, and stuff, when it comes down to the very compliance, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be compliance and stuff that works well. It's gonna be compliance and stuff that works well with the new system and stuff that they're implementing. You see, with the new system and stuff that they're implementing and whatnot and stuff in order for it to work, right? Right. So with that being the case and stuff, you know, that's going to be the compliance. Oh God, that's going to be the compliance, and with that being the compliance, with that being the compliance and whatnot and stuff, right? With that being the compliance, pretty much the stuff was going on. So like pretty much the stuff with that being the compliance. No, so like when it come down to compliance, right? it's still gonna be based off by a choice. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only the only trickery that's gonna be in it, I remember that the brother Kazak, he was sitting up here saying that the reason why a lot of individuals are going to sit up here, he said the only reason why a lot of individuals and stuff, you know what I'm saying, he showed a conference, you know what I'm saying, for one and stuff who was promoting it, and really it was Elon Musk, the NFC, you know what I'm saying, where you able to sit up here and have so-called spiritual powers. It's alternative powers, really what it is. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much the stuff what a person was going to be able to do was that they was going to be able to have telepathy, where they was going to be able to hear somebody else's thoughts. They was going to be able to hear and stuff somebody else's thoughts and whatnot and stuff and play Xavier without actually controlling the minds of the people. I figured as much. I knew I seen somebody for sure. When it come down to controlling the minds of the people, they already know I'm here. When it come down to controlling the minds of the people, no, I ain't going that way. When it come down to controlling the minds of the people, no, don't stretch back in. Don't stretch back in. Mm-hmm. When it come down to controlling the mind, you ain't gonna be able to control the minds of the people and stuff. And then you also got what's called computer interface, where you be able to do the same thing that Iron Man was able to do, or Tony Stark was able to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and a lot of people and stuff is gonna be like, "Oh, that's cool, that's raw." Those are the means by those miracles. You see, you know, right? And pretty much when I'm giving forth is that it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? You know, because who was it? The Demon Lord. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to the Demon Lord, yeah, they just want to see if I'm in there. When it come down to the Demon Lord, uh, uh, when it came down to the Demon Lord, he didn't have the familiar. He didn't have the MOTB. You know what I'm saying, right? So he had to get hooked up some other type of way. Made him a streamer at that. Made a streamer and stuff when it come down to the internet, just so he could sit up here and make him some money and stuff and catch him some followers. And really whole time they was just helping him and stuff take over the city and stuff because he was, whatever. But anyways, take over the city and stuff, so it could be his new kingdom and stuff in the digital age, right? I knew it was gonna be some demonic ass shit, right? So here it is. Here it is. Uh, I'm trying to finish this because it's some strange behavior, it's some strange activity going on, right? So it's gonna be like this. So verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, meaning come to pass, because it will." You know what I'm saying? It's already convenient right now and whatnot and stuff, right? But then soon and stuff, it's gonna be soon it's gonna be uh uh wait. Soon and stuff, it's gonna be mandatory that guess what, you ain't gonna be able to function in society and stuff without this. You see? Right? So it says, I don't know who that is. They asked me some shit. Right? And it says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And when it come down to worship and stuff, don't you got to sit up here and pick and choose what type of person or certain type of God and stuff that you want to worship? You know what I'm saying? Usually and stuff, it's whatever and stuff that's in the family. Usually and stuff, it's somebody and stuff that's within the family or family and stuff, and they put you on and stuff, right? But then later down the line, as you get older and stuff, you tend to be the individual and stuff who pick and choose. You know what I'm saying, right? whatever belief and stuff works well and stuff with your spirit, right? So here it is and stuff. It says that you should be killed. So when it come down to you being killed, you know what I'm saying? You know what it means? It means and stuff that with you being killed, like pretty much and stuff with you being killed, uh uh with you being killed, it shows and stuff that it's either two things. It's gonna more than likely and stuff they're gonna put you in a FEMA camp and when or a concentration camp. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put you in there and whatnot and stuff to inflict damage and stuff upon you, or to make you extremely uncomfortable and stuff in order for you to sit up here and want to take it. When it come down to individuals who are incarcerated and stuff, they shorten their sentences. You know what I'm saying? You know, or they let them out for free and whatnot and stuff, just so they can sit up here and uh, just so they can sit up here and uh, uh, pretty much partake in stuff in society and stuff and get out that prison system. You know what I'm saying? But soon it's going to be concentration camps. And when it comes down to the concentration camps and whatnot, there's going to be a lot of people and stuff that's in there. You got what's called the red, blue, yellow list and whatnot. Red is to kill on sight, even if got captured, even captured. Blue and stuff is to try to re-educate. And then the yellow and stuff are those who more than likely going to go for it and stuff. Why? Because they're going to be on some, ooh, look at this. This look nice. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying, right? Or this can be convenient and whatnot and stuff, or what is it they say and stuff. Your information is on there, money. I know I'm jumping the gun, but your information is on there, your money is on there and stuff. Oh, matter of fact, within the second episode, when the Demon Lord, when he was touching the back of the panel and whatnot and stuff, there was a holographic machine, a holographic message that came up. There was a holographic message and stuff that came up and whatnot, saying that guess what, your heart rate and stuff is because old girl liked him. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much and stuff, a holographic message came up and stuff, giving her information and stuff of her heart rate, oxygen levels, letting her know and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That guess what? It's like it's warning. Is there something wrong? Is there something that's going on and stuff? Because we detect this and detect that. And matter of fact, when it came down to the brother Kazak, or another brother and stuff, there was a very another video that was made and stuff where they said that if you actually had taken that, you know what I'm saying, right? Which is gonna have to be by surgery. If you actually took that in all its forms, right, which is not the embargo or having sex with a Caucasian woman, you know what I'm saying, it's not with that. So if pretty much the stuff is like this, pretty much the stuff is like this. If you sit up here and uh, if you sit up here and take a who uh, what I was bringing up, if you pretty much and stuff, if you sit up here and if you sit up here, oh yeah, the water got much shot. So pretty much and stuff, what will happen is that if you get that embedded into your body and stuff, no matter where you put it, the thing is that it will be hard to come out. So it'll be hard for somebody and stuff to take it out and stuff because it will send messages and stuff through your neural system into to your brain and whatnot and stuff, and pretty much give you a calm. So if you trying to take it out, you know what I'm saying, right? If you trying to take it out and whatnot and stuff, more than likely you're gonna have a message and stuff sent in your system and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, to stop you dead in your tracks. to stop you dead in your tracks and stuff, so you won't end up doing it. You know what I'm saying, right? And you had this one video and stuff from GMS Watchman, and he pretty much was sitting up here saying, from GMS Watchman, he was sitting up here saying that uh, he was sitting up here saying, no, he showed a video and stuff how, and matter of fact, it's going to go right along with stuff with what I'm finna speak on, right? So this is Revelations 13 and 16. It says, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? And when you go into that word mark and stuff, it goes into the Greek word charagma, see, right? And with it going into that Greek word and stuff, charagma, when it goes into that Greek word charagma and whatnot and stuff, it means incision. And as it says and stuff, and as it says in Leviticus 19 and 28, it says thou shalt not make any cutters in thy flesh. And when you go into that word, no, it says that you should not make any marks or cuttings and stuff. No, you shouldn't make any cuttings in your flesh and stuff, or any marks and stuff for the dead. When you go into the word cuttings and mark, it both means incision. So even when it come down to getting the MOTB, you know what I'm saying, receiving the mark of the beast, you'll be breaking the commandment right off the rip and stuff, because you got to cut open your flesh. When it come down to like different health reasons and health things and whatnot and stuff, the Lord already got a solution for that. When it come down to vegetation and stuff of the earth, when it come down to the vegetation and stuff of the earth, when it come down to the vegetation and stuff of the earth, you can take it internally and externally and whatnot and stuff to heal whatever situation that you're going through or whatever type of affliction. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things and stuff, it takes longer. Some things and stuff take shorter, depending on what it is that you're dealing with, right? All right, so he's gonna cause all people and stuff. And how he's gonna cause that, guess what? He's gonna change up the system. Well, guess what? You'll be forced in the corner. If you're gonna continue and stuff of how society is and whatnot, and like where it was cash and credit card and debit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Android Pay and stuff, guess what? You're gonna have to sit up here and submit to this system. You're gonna have to sit up here and you're gonna have to sit up here and submit to this system and whatnot and stuff. And it's like, well, guess what? Yeah, I understand you got this brand new card, brand new job, you making all this money and stuff, right? You making all this it's like you making all this money. You making all this money and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? We even got a raise and stuff, you know what I'm saying, right? Because a while back in the past, there was this one job and stuff where they was sitting up here saying that you will get a raise and stuff if you let if you get a tattoo of the job's logo and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I wouldn't be surprised and stuff if they mess around and do that. I wouldn't be surprised and stuff if they mess around and do that. When it come down to the MOTB, the implantable or embeddable device, you know what I'm saying, right? Which once again, you got to break a commandment just to get that. You see, right? And it says verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Because the UPC code and stuff is going to also be within this device. So when you scan it and whatnot and stuff, you'll be able to make purchases. You see? And that was the same type of convenience and stuff that was found in Demon Lord 2099. You see? Right? Right? Right. And pretty much and stuff, old boy had the power to cancel things out. And just like how uh when it come down to Esau Edom, pretty much and stuff, when it come down to Esau Edom and whatnot and stuff, it pretty much and stuff shows uh, 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 when it come down to Esau, Edom, and whatnot and stuff, it pretty much shows his soul is not lifted up upright in him and stuff, as it says in Habakkuk 2 and 4. So what will happen is that you'll fuck around and try to take that shit and stuff, and the next he bamboozle you. It was the same way with the Balfour Declaration. You know what I'm saying? Because Thanksgiving Day and stuff is over according to the majority of the world. You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to it and stuff, uh, uh, they make bargains. They do treaties and whatnot and stuff, and they break them. You know what I'm saying? Or they do slide shit and stuff like some invisible ink or some fine ass print and stuff, or they give you some big wad of paper and stuff that they know you don't got time and stuff, even if you're a fast reader and stuff, to look through all that shit. Cause it's damn near 1,000 fucking pages and shit and stuff. And they got other people and they'll try to rush you. They got other fucking people and stuff that they need to see and stuff. They don't have all day. Like they'll, try to rush you to sign for some shit. You see? So the compliance is not any type of compliance. Cause guess what? You had to a surgical a surgical a surgical way and stuff is what is needed. A surgical way and stuff is what's needed and whatnot and stuff in order for you to get there. And at the same time, you got to say yes. Now, the brother Hawad, I was watching his video and stuff, GMS, California, Carolina, 777. He was sitting up here talking about how before it's like how this, like, didn't Esau make you all take that Capri Sun? You know what I'm saying? Right? Talk about the VCCNE. You can fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying, right? Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson, and that's another one that I always still forget. I think it was four of them. You know what I'm saying? But those are the three and stuff that I know about. And the thing is that it was still a convenience, but it was a prelude to the MOTB, and the prelude was pretty much this. It's like, well, if you want to keep your job, you got to take this. You know, if you don't take this and stuff, you will lose your job. You know what I'm saying, or you'll get laid off. And what did what did people do and stuff? No, what did these different facilities and stuff end up saying? They said that they knew it's gonna fuck around and lay people out, send them to God and whatnot, send them to Yahweh Shemyan Shai. They said that these different facilities and stuff that was creating these things, they knew that a lot of people was gonna fuck around and die from it, right? Which is my next scripture. That they was gonna fuck around and die for it and stuff if they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Uh uh they was gonna fuck around and die from it and stuff if they didn't have it. And no, so like if they was gonna mess around and die and stuff if they got it. And then on top of that and stuff, what else did it say? It said that what else did they say? They also apologized and stuff to the ones and stuff who didn't take it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they were sitting up here letting people know and stuff that the VAXXED, you know what I'm saying? That when it came out of them and stuff, that they was the reason and stuff why this shit was spreading around when the whole time it wasn't. You see? Because they was putting shit and stuff in those embeddable juices and whatnot and stuff. In those syringes and whatnot and stuff, mysterious juices in those syringes. You know what I'm saying? They was putting shit in there and whatnot and stuff just to see and stuff how it was acting. So they just used you people and stuff like lab rats. You know what I'm saying? And you still had certain motherfuckers and stuff where they children and their children and their children and like you had one dude and stuff where it was two dudes, matter of fact. You had one Caucasian and stuff, his son died from one of those different snake bites and whatnot and stuff, and then his ass fuck around and got it himself too. Then you also had another individual where he gave it to his daughter. I think it was the Moderna to his daughter and stuff, and she in her body and stuff, especially in her eyes started poking out. She wasn't like that when she was born. But until she got that snake bite and stuff, right? Or he took her to get that snake bite, pretty much the stuff what happened. Pretty much the stuff what happened and stuff is that when it came down to that, almost, you remember them furries and whatnot and stuff. When you squeeze them, their eyes popped out. That's what happened to his daughter. You see, and people were still fucking getting it and stuff and taking chances. Why? Because they didn't want to lose their job. You see, so this is how you know and stuff. This is gonna be the ultimate faith, test of faith and whatnot. Out of all the different temptations that's out there, which is going to be the hour temptation, and the hour temptation ain't gonna be 60 minutes. It's gonna be however long and stuff you gonna wait out for your how about shooting out shot without receiving stuff that MOTB. You know, right, right. And I just wanna put this little extra in here. This is Revelation chapter 16. This Revelation chapter 16, and I'm just get straight to the point. Now they didn't show and stuff like any you know by uh 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 biology and stuff. They didn't show any biology and stuff, you know, if you didn't take the MOTB and stuff or take that familiar. You know what I'm saying? It's just that guess what? You was gonna be without. You weren't gonna be able to do certain things. And really it really works towards uh uh Revelations 13 and 14 and stuff, but it still works with everything else and stuff because of what he was able to do, right? Because it showed the medical, it showed the buying and selling, right? So it says, this Revelation 16 and 2. It says in the first. Well, I started verse 1. It says, I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. It says verse 2. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. Right? And it says noisome, grievous sore. See? Right? And you can look up these words and stuff. You know, the app and stuff is free. And when it comes down to that noisome, grievous and stuff, when something is noisome, it's easily noticed, right? Grievous, meaning that guess what? It's painful, right? And then it's a sore, and that sore goes into an ulcer. That sore goes into an ulcer. That's that sore goes into an ulcer and stuff, or a cancer. You see? Yeah, I don't got time for these motherfuckers, man. But pretty much the stuff when it comes down to it and stuff, you go into the definitions, it's gonna bring that out, right? It's cold in the motherfucker out here and stuff, so Salakia. But anyways, but pretty much anyways and stuff, pretty much what happened is right, so there's going to be a sign. There's gonna be a sign, there's gonna be a chemical sign, Salakia. There's gonna be a chemical sign. Doing that shit on purpose. It's gonna be a chemical sign and whatnot and stuff. No, a biological reaction and stuff to those who actually have it. You see, right? And when it come down to radio, right? Yeah, that nigga doing that shit on purpose, right? So look, Slocky and stuff, right? And really and stuff, I might do a part two. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about going to Exodus, the 21st chapter. And when it come down to Exodus, the 21st chapter, they doing this shit on purpose. They doing this shit on purpose. No, they already know who the fuck I am anyways. But when it come down to it and stuff, right, Exodus, the 21st chapter, it clearly was going into the fact that when it come down to Exodus and stuff, the 21st chapter, uh, when it come down to Exodus, the 21st chapter and stuff, it talks about the different benefits. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are going to want to keep those benefits. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes down to whatever it is and stuff that they invest in society, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to want to let that go. And that's how we know and stuff that a lot of people and stuff going to take the MOTB. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to have stuff to be let go. You see? They ain't going to want to, they don't want to, they're not going to want to let go of certain things. You know what I'm saying? You know, that they invested so deeply and stuff within society and whatnot. And once again, a lot of people going to call it cool and they're going to take it. So I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Howard Kakarash, double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom with Baba Ball, Kwam Yasharala.